In this video, I'm going to show you what I would do to go from zero to $100,000 because if the stats are true, 56% of Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency expense right now. That is alarming and really scary, but don't worry. Getting that first $100,000 is actually easier than you think. And I also believe everybody can retire early and have financial freedom despite all the lies that you've been told. So if you want total control of your life, I'll show you the very real alternative to achieve both retirement and financial freedom, so make sure you're subscribed because they want you working forever and I want you to be completely free from this mess. So having $100,000 can be quite life-changing, honestly, but getting there is a whole other story. So basically, according to Charlie Munger, we all know who he is, the great investor, he says it's actually the hardest benchmark to get to. Not $1 million or more than $1 million, but the first 100K is the hardest by far, and I have to agree with him. The good news is he also says nothing about picking the next great stock or going YOLO on options for some trash penny stock to get there. He talks about things that anyone can do and that require no special skills or money to make money or anything else like that. Nothing crazy at all. Just some good old-fashioned hard work and discipline, and the numbers back it up more importantly. The first $100,000 usually consists of good old-fashioned savings and a little bit of investing. It's completely different. But thankfully, there's a lot more you can do than just saving money. So let's get a little bit deeper here and drag all of it to the forefront so you can implement all of it. So the first thing you need to do to have $100,000 in the bank is to upgrade your job. Yes, that can mean busting your tail and getting that promotion. It may also mean networking and reaching out to other folks you know in the industry and seeing what other jobs and other opportunities are out there. Either way, you need to be looking, but also improving yourself at the same time. Become that irreplaceable player at work. Not in your mind, no, but in everybody's mind, and more importantly, your boss's mind. If your resume sucks, upgrade it immediately. I mean, basically, if you have the bare minimal qualifications for your field, you need to become that person that has all the possible qualifications in that field. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you guys this, but it's the truth. But just meeting the minimums on anything and being an average performer doesn't mean you deserve a promotion or anything else. It just means that you're not at the bottom of the chopping block if they have to cut jobs, and that's not even guaranteed either. Because once those people are cut, you are next whether you know it or not, and you may not honestly know it until it happens to you next. Be that person that everyone will bend over backwards to keep, which means more money in your pocket at the end. So number 2 is to start cutting cost. The reality is you would have $100,000 in the bank if you were doing well financially and not overspending somewhere within your budget. I mean, unless you're like 18 or something like that, then I completely understand. But for those of us that are, in our 30s or 40s or 50s or so, that's the truth. It may be something you don't even notice, like too many subscriptions or eating out too much. Or it could be something bigger, like you need to downgrade your house or your car because thousands are coming out each month after month after month. Using a technique like house hacking can take you from paying $2,000 a month in mortgage or rent or whatever it is to actually paying zero if done properly. And before you say, Luke, that's impossible, I have done this repeatedly over the years. And in some cases, I've actually gotten paid to live in the house I was using by doing this exact method of house hacking. So imagine going from paying $2,000 every month to suddenly not paying that $2,000 and having an extra $2,000 deposited into your account each and every month. How does that change your financial situation if you save and invest every dollar of that money? To answer the question, it really opens the floodgates wide open to a breadth of opportunities and hitting that 100K fast. Couple this with cutting out some subscriptions, eating out, and other budget killers, and you have a recipe for a massive avalanche of cash hitting your account each and every month. Number 3 is getting rid of bad debt ASAP. Look, debt either works for you or against you, and unfortunately, most people carry debt that does not work for them. Obviously, the most glaring one is to get rid of all credit card debt. It's just nasty, and it's keeping you from achieving that $100,000 mark, and instead giving the bank executives $1 million plus bonuses instead. That's exactly what you're doing by carrying credit card debt. Pay them off so you can give the money to yourself and pay yourself a bonus instead. If your car doesn't pay you money, then your car loan is working against you. Either get rid of it by downgrading your vehicle or pay it off completely. But if it doesn't produce income, it's not a good debt. That is the bottom line with debt. And yes, that goes for your house too. Too many people listen to realtors and other people like that about how home is an asset, but that's not always the case. For me, if it's costing you money every month and not putting money in your pocket, in my opinion, it's not an asset and it's bad debt. Every single debt instrument that I have brings in income that pays me, every single one of them. If all of your debts paid you instead of paying the bank, reaching the $100,000 marker would be easy to achieve and you'd probably only be there. If it doesn't pay you and instead cost you each month, you are working upstream without a paddle, unfortunately. That's the best analogy I can give because that's exactly what you're doing. You're working against the current. Number 4 is to start a side hustle. Now this can be something as simple as selling things you make online, or building out an e-commerce site, or maybe starting a YouTube channel, or maybe selling digital products. You can even break this down to simply picking up overtime at work, or driving for Uber, or taking on any of the other jobs that are available to you just using an app. But having a second source of income helps out immensely because all the funds can go directly to that $100,000 goal, and depending upon the side hustle you choose, the dollar amount you can earn can actually be unlimited. And that is something even your full-time job probably cannot offer, so there is no reason not to get one started. Take that shot on yourself and see what happens. It could pay off massively in the end and actually end up replacing your primary job. And the final one is to become an active investor. You don't need to find the next Apple to make very good money as an investor. Just simply DCAing into an index fund returns 8 to 10% a year on average, meaning that your money is out there making you money. There's no special skills required, nothing like that. And if you want outsized returns and even major tax savings in some cases for US citizens, that's all I can speak about is US citizens here, look into real estate investing to go along with your index fund investing strategy. Yes, it's more work, but bigger potential rewards as well, along with learning how to pick and buy great stocks for the long term. There are so many different avenues to choose from, but if you are looking for even more easy saving tips that you can implement today to get to that first 100K, I got a quick video you can click right here to get those tips. And the good news is this channel is about alternative routes to retirement and financial freedom. They want you working forever. I want you to be completely free from this mess. So make sure you're subscribed because you're going to get the truth right here. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.